WARD $, nigga. NAYIMED.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Nayim. I am your host, and today I'm not playing armchair litigator. I'm not coaching from the nosebleeds. I'm not driving from the passenger seat. I already told y'all that Young Thug lyrics was going to be used against him in court. And how did I know? Because I'm not guessing my way through this. I said it at least 3 times. I already told y'all that this was going to happen. And you want to know why? Because a lot of people are speaking from not only the perspective of people who are not in the music business. And I'm not just talking about you put your song up and you just was hoping for the best. I'm talking about actually working, actually having credits, actually working with people like him, actually being in the music business and having some aura and degree of respect from your peers. And not only that, but actually having your business in order and actually knowing how the real world works. First and foremost, let's just go ahead and put this on the table. The police are on the internet. Period. I know a police officer who don't even have his picture up and this person's actively online. We're not operating in a world where people do things and wonder how the police saw it, bro. The police are regular people like everybody else. So they listen to music too. They consume entertainment too. They're in the comment section like everybody else, talking crazy, looking crazy like everybody else. You just don't know what their occupation is. The second thing is, I know how juries work. So if you've ever, and not just because I had to stand in front of one, because I've been in one before, you know, every jury has their own rules. So when you go into a court, every jury is not the same. And it can take, that's why it would take years and years and years for these things to go. And we talk about due process and speedy trials, bro. It takes years and years and years and years sometimes for these things to get settled and these things to go away and these things to finally get to that. So I'm not shocked about any of this stuff because we don't know what the rules of the jury are and we're not going to know unless somebody leaks that. But I doubt they're going to do that because of how long it took for them to even get a jury. Another thing is, you can't commit crimes and talk about them. It's just ratting. It's self-snitching. Like, that's my favorite kind of snitching because people be so goddamn shocked that that is what happened to them when I know the words to the song Slatty, and that's like a slime language too. I think it was the last like label compilation they put out, and Young Thug is the first person rapping, obviously. His lyrics say, I got a bag, that ain't enough. My left wrist bling, yeah, it's tough. I killed this man in front of his mama. I fucked little bruh's sister, and then something else after that is kind of inaudible. But like, you can't rap about committing crime and doing these crimes and taking credit for these things behind the guise of entertainment when these things actually happen. See, we have an accountability problem in our culture where we think that everything's supposed to be entertainment. You know, people are compared. Oh, somebody's an actor, somebody's a this, somebody's a that. But we're not at that phase at music anymore because, thank you, Jeezy. Blame Jeezy. Because y'all have told us that people is real and these is real and this the realest nigga and this is the realest dad and oh, it's got to be true and ain't no cap in my rap and all of that stuff. Y'all told us that. So you think that police being online, the jury is online, everybody is listening, everybody's consuming, everybody's waiting for it to drop, everybody's watching the news, everybody's seeing what's going on, people live in the neighborhood. Yeah, you can talk about it, claim it, take credit for it, and people are not supposed to be able to use that against you because your people love you and people love your music. I love his music. You know, I love Young Thug's music. He need a ghostwriter sometimes, but his music is really, really good to me. I like to listen to his music. I like a lot of YSL's music. That doesn't, my emotional connection to the music, with however faint it might be or however strong it might be, that doesn't negate the fact that you did something or something happened. I say something happened. Something happened and you're taking credit for it by bragging about it in the music. We can't just, most people don't make music. Most people are not entertained by that kind of stuff. You would be surprised about how many people are not entertained by these kind of things, because we're in this bubble as hip hop fans and stuff, where we actually think that people would know these people and people would care and people would be interested in it and they should be free because they make good music. That's not a good enough reason to be free. I think jail will save his life, and it's like I'm just at that point where it's just kind of getting kind of old with all these people. But what's interesting about this is gonna set the precedent that it happened with Take K. It happened with actually a lot of people. Boosie was another one of those people. They take these people's lyrics and they use them against them because they're taking credit for things that actually happened. It's not like you're just making shit up. That's why it's not. You can't use ad populum, but it's not. There's no verisimilitude when you compare a actor to a modern day rapper, because you know that Keanu Reeves is just acting. You know that Brad Pitt and Denzel and Idris Elba, all these people are actors. These people never came out, and like Denzel didn't come out and say I'm really a police officer and I'm corrupt, like for real. He didn't come out as the Training Day. Keanu Reeves didn't come out and say, yeah, I'm really a CIA agent killing people on contract, walking around the city doing what I want to do. They came out and said, I'm acting, this is fake. Musicians have told us that their music is real, and that's all we have to go by. And if you're telling us that it's real, you think Fannie Willis don't have a phone to see the next Young Thug drop? You think that the judge don't have it, whatever? They should have fought harder to make it entertainment. But the problem is, y'all as consumers took the entertainment value out of it. So people are just able to run rampant and do what they want to. And they think that having money is going to prevent you from having to face your consequence. I'm going to tell you like this. I told this to somebody a little while ago. Sometimes, let's just say let's say you're getting in trouble for something like a real legal crime. Money could take a 10-year sentence from 10 years to a year. That's having a good lawyer. A good lawyer can turn a life sentence into a decade. You think that a good lawyer means a person is going to be able to erase whatever happened to you. That's not the case. And people are speaking from perspectives they don't know anything about. I work with people getting their firearm rights restored 100% with no restrictions, even across state lines. And let me tell you how I tell them. Anything that don't make you look good make you look bad. Anything that does not make you look good makes you look bad in court. There is no exception to that rule. If he was in there, like Young Thug has a lyric that says, my mama told me don't hate the law because everybody got a job. That makes him look good. What doesn't make him look good is rapping about shooting people in front of their mother and shooting people and we're a gang and this and that and slat and all of this stuff and all of these terminologies that people make up. That doesn't make you look good when you're fighting for your life. When you're asking people to have mercy on you, but you didn't have mercy on your community. And even if you didn't do it per se, and you just ordered it, or you're just going along because it sounds good to rap about, it still don't make you look good. This is real life, standing in the courtroom in front of somebody who has the power of life and death being going to jail and being forgotten about, and not nobody wanting to be bothered with you after that, because we got to live out here in the real world. Anything that don't make you look good make you look bad. Anything. If you missed your kid's recital, it makes you look terrible. It makes you look incompetent. If you are speeding in a school zone, it makes you look like an irresponsible, terrible person. And these might not be things that people think are heavy, and you might not really think that these things matter, but everything matters when you have to stand in front of a judge. Ask me how I know. Everything matters when you're standing in front of a judge. Everything. You can't do what you want to do. There's no amount of money that makes you above the law. Nobody had more money than Jeffrey Epstein. Got him out of here. Like, whatever. Already knew. If you fleet for real, you already knew this was going to happen, man. Like, everybody else is catching up to this. This is what we do over here. We're so far ahead that it is actually concerning when we say stuff. People look at us like we crazy, but we already told y'all this was going to happen. We not guessing our way through any of this stuff because we're not pretending to be people that we're not. We're not putting on images. We're people who have rational thinking, functioning brains who can see and analyze and say, hey, this ain't gonna be no good for them. Hey, you might want to chill out on rapping like this, and it's gonna have a domino effect. And maybe it should, because maybe we can finally get some justice for cleaning up our community. And I'm gonna be talking about some things these next few days that are gonna coincide with what I'm saying today. But maybe we'll finally get to the point where we can take back control of our communities and actually get something worth having pumped out to the masses, because we don't need that. And it was your turn to go. All of the things that you did, all of the things you brag about, it's everything funny when you free. Ain't nothing funny when you begging a man for your life and begging a man to please, can I see my kids and let me out of here, all of this stuff. Having to live your life as a caged animal. It ain't, it's only funny, it's only funny when you're free. Everything a joke. You gonna learn. Like I said, man, if you fleet, you already know this. This ain't what? We did this 7, 10, 12 months. We did this how long ago? 11 months ago. We already said it. Because it's the United States court system. They can do what they want to do. Everything will be held against you. Everything will be used against you.
Whatever. YIMEDWARD $, nigga. NAYIMED.